Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered 12. I covered.
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
Away we go on a Thursday. How are you guys? Welcome into another episode of the Bostonian versus the book. Dave Sharapan, the book, Matt Perrault, the Bostonian. We are live on YouTube at Boston versus the book, Twitter as well. And we are replayed on Sports Grid TV and Sirius XM channel 159. Both places you can catch us live starting tonight on Thursday nights. Ooh. This is a newbie for us. Friday nights, you guys got us 8 to 10 Eastern live for 2 hours.
Yeah.
They've expanded the BvB takeover of Sports Grid into Thursdays now. So now we go Thursday for an hour and then Friday for 2 hours. So we will start that tonight. For you guys who are watching Sports Grid live, you will see us. If you're watching us on replay, you got to wait till tomorrow. Friday, we'll be on for 2 more hours. If you're on the replay side of things, Sirius XM, same thing for you guys with the radio on channel 159. Lots of good things to get to on the show today on a Thursday. It is a football day, obviously, so we'll get into that. But I wanted to start the show, Dave, and give you a second because the outpouring that we received from what you talked about on the show yesterday with the passing of Linda at Circuit Sports. I know I was moved. I know you saw a lot of it too, and you got some incredible text messages from the brigade.
I did, and it's still going on. They took the video and passed it around the executive offices at Circa. There's been a lot of people reaching out. It said, I don't know how you did it. I don't know how you got through it, but it was awesome. And you really captured the essence of who she was as a person and how many lives she touched. Her mom found her way to answering tweets, which is good because it's up over 100,000 impressions and a lot of people. And like, I can't imagine being a parent in this situation. Right. So her saying that all of these positive words have lifted her spirits, that alone just makes it all worth it. But just trying to, the amount of people that like saw it and said, dude, I can't believe it. Like, I remember when she did this, or I remember when she did that. It's been 24 hours of, Jess came in and checked on me last night at about 11:30. She came in the room and said, are you good? And I said, yeah. She's like, you haven't said much. And I'm like, I've said a lot. You missed the show. Like, it's been a lot. There's a lot going on. And you realize that how many people's lives she touched. So, yeah, man, it's crazy. The guys asked me, are you coming down? You coming down to the book? And I said, yeah, I'll be there. And they're like, I think we need you to come down. Just hang out. Like, we're all walking around. Nobody knows what to say or what to do. Like, Brandon and Ant and all the guys that work in the office together, they're office mates. And everybody's texting me like, it's very somber. It's a somber time. And it's just one of those things, man. We're all going to get through it together. But I was happy that I got to do it. You cut the clip perfectly, and it's out there, and it's on the YouTube channel at Boston versus the book. It's already got a bunch of views. It's going to get more, and it's going to live forever up there. It was raw, it was real, and it was from the heart. And that's what this show is every day, literally every single day. What's the show? Raw, real, and from the heart. Put that on a t-shirt. BvB, right? How about that?
It's true. And a lot of you guys wrote some really nice things on YouTube. We saw them all. I really appreciate the comments. Yes. I think it was Addison called it the best show we ever done. I'm not sure if that's the case or not, but given the circumstances, you fighting through it to get through it was pretty impressive, given that you were on the brink of getting pretty emotional, both during the show and in the bonus time, which if you guys are watching on Sports Grid, you didn't see it. We would highly recommend you guys go to our YouTube channel and watch it. It's clipped. It says remembering, Linda on the title of the clip. It's about 15 minutes, but it's very much worth your time to go and do so. So check it out at Boston versus the book. Search for
which, by the way, this whole thing with the table of contents and all this other stuff, like I got deep into it a little bit yesterday, and I was like, this looks fantastic. So tip of the hat to our guy Jay Pat and you for putting this together. This little workflow is going to continue to grow, and there's ways to just skip to specific topics now on the show, or watch the whole show in its entirety, open up the chat and look at the chat while it's going, which is fun. And if you're here live, kind of make it an order of business, boys and girls, if you can. Come in and on the way in, just hit the like button. That just does something. I don't know exactly what, but it does something. So do that, and then telling people about the channel every day. There's more and more people on the YouTube channel, or downloading. Where do they download the podcast, the audio version of the podcast?
Well,
you can do that too. Put that up right now.
Go ahead. You can go ahead and grab your phone, and you could go ahead and
do that.
You want to listen to that QR code's on the screen, so you guys can just put your phone right there to the screen, and it'll take you right to the Apple Podcasts. We use Apple because by our metrics, the vast majority of you guys are on iPhones and are on iOS and using Apple Podcasts. That's why I put that up. But we are on Spotify. We are on Audible and everywhere else where you get your audio podcasts, which is fun because I appreciate you guys who are doing your one guy sent me the top 5. He has BvB in the Daily Juice in his top 5 for Spotify Unwrapped. And he wrote, I listened to Matt more than my wife in 2023.
Welcome to my world.
I thought that
I'm
was
the
funny.
same.
I thought that was funny. I was like, that's awesome. I was like, wow.
But you listen to my wife more than I do too. So that's a weird dynamic. But you got to listen to her more than me. But that's true. Yeah. I got you in my head all the time.
It's great.
Laughing, thinking.
It's phenomenal. I was like, that's cool. So thank you guys. We do see those when you guys are posting and saying like, I'm part of the brigade, and it's cool. So anybody can join it. That's the fun thing about the brigade. Anybody can be a part of it, but it's fun to watch you guys really take ownership of that and really want to be a part of it. So thank you for yesterday. Thank you for your kind words, and really appreciate each and every one of you. Okay. What happened last night? The defending champs, Dave, looked very much like themselves last night. They were healthy, but that was never a game. And you brought this to my attention a couple of weeks ago about Denver Nugget first quarter betting and how much when they're healthy, they were up, I think 34-18 after the first quarter. Game was over after the first quarter. They won by 10. They covered every number, but they were in control of that game last night.
This is what happens when a team gets it done. They got it done. Now they know. There's no more like, oh, we got to get it done or
right.
Maybe, or like
get healthy.
If we're good, meaning health-wise, nobody's beating us here. That's going to, they're going to do that. There's only 41 home games in the regular season, boys and girls. The Nuggets in the first half, healthy, first quarter, they're going to win games, and they're going to win them pretty convincingly. I still think there's only going to be five times they lose at home all season.
How many times is it now? 2 so far?
They've lost 2 home games. I thought they only lost 1.
Maybe it's only 1. Okay.
I don't know.
It's low. I know it's low. They haven't covered at home a lot, but to lose outright.
Yeah.
Let me see for the Nuggets. Home record for the Nuggets so far. They are 13-6 at home. 13-6 overall.
Right.
And at home, Denver is 9-0. They have not lost at all.
Okay. I wasn't sure it was. I thought it was 1, but
they haven't covered a bunch at home, but they're 9-0 straight up.
Well, the number's so inflated. That's with the advantage of going with the first quarter, right?
Yeah.
It's a lower number.
Yep.
And it's a shorter amount of time. I don't know. This is one of those things that a lot of guys would see in the book before the book saw it. And there's only so much. I mean, how much can you make a team favored by 10 in a game in the first quarter?
Right.
3.5. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So there's an advantage. You've been by 2 buckets, boom, you're good.
Yeah, so it was good last night. So, and to keep that in mind, watch Denver's home schedule, watch who they're playing. But when they are healthy and they have Jokic and they have Murray, who scored, I think, 16 points last night, it's just a different dynamic with him on the floor. Defenses play the team much differently. They're worried about perimeter shooting. They're worried about penetration. And that gets Jokic a lot of easy looks, rebounds, and putbacks and whatnot. So they were clicking last night. They looked really good last night in the first quarter. Dead cat bounce is now 5-0 for me, Dave.
Look at this.
Every time a team has fired their head coach, the team has won the next time. Now, either head coach or coordinator, because we've done this with Matt Canada in the Steelers. We did this with Ken Dorsey in the Bills.
Right.
This is the Wild with their firing, Edmonton with their firing. And the fifth one, I'm forgetting the fifth one. I know there's a fifth one that I'm forgetting what I did.
This one. You didn't say
no. I said the Wild.
Oh,
it was 2 NFL. Oh, 1 college. There was a college team that fired their head coach that I bet on that hit. I'm 5-0 doing it so far this year with a team. And look, they made you pay. The books inflated the number, but it was the right price. 3-1 win.
Right. It made you sweat a little bit. It was 2-1, and it was 1-0 and 1-1 and 2-1, and it sat 2-1 for a long time. But it won. Maybe it's a turnaround for Minnesota. We'll see.
Edmonton did it. I don't think the Wild will do what Edmonton just did.
I don't think so.
The talent's not the same.
No.
And the goaltending sure as heck is.
That's the problem. I mean, essentially, they played so, I guess, above expectations last year. Like now they're playing below expectations, and it's not helping. Like they're giving up goals. Last night was a game. That's the Wild. That's the way they're supposed to play. Tight, low scoring, control puck more, limit shots on goal, block a lot of shots, and get out of there with a 3-1, 3-2.
They were an under machine last year.
Correct.
I mean, they were a first period under. Yeah. They were a game under. They don't have the offensive firepower to go head to head with some of these teams in the NHL. And I don't know, it basically happened in, I think, April of last year where they threw the switch and they went from being this unbelievable, consistent, underperforming team score-wise to opening it up. And because they thought the playoffs were coming and they're like, we need to be more offensive in the playoffs. We can't lose games 2-1 in the postseason. And they got worked because it's not their identity. And the same thing happened to start this year. Gustafsson, Fleury, 4 or 5 goals a game. Like they can't overcome that. They don't have the offense to score 4 or 5 goals a game.
Nope. The chat wants to know what color that shirt is. There were people concerned that you were initially on the sign-on. They thought you were shirtless.
Pulling I was doing a Dubsy. I would say this is a salmon-colored shirt.
I love it.
I wore it because it matches the Super Bowl hat. So this is a very, very. I went for a Phoenix, Arizona look today. Because this is a Phoenix, Arizona hat.
Gotcha.
December 1 is tomorrow. Tomorrow is the official start of the countdown to the Super Bowl.
It's been counted down for 365.
Yeah, but but December 1st it's now go time. We're out of November. Yeah, it's December. You have December and January and then the Super Bowl. And Phoenix had it last year. We were there last year, so I got this hat. So I was like, I need a shirt that's gonna match this. And I have a teal. I have a teal colored shirt. It looked weird. It was too bright. So I said, all right, I'm going to go with the other color.
Bright.
Yeah, it just didn't look right. It looked weird. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go with this colored shirt, this salmon colored, whatever color you want to describe. It's like an orangey salmon. It's not pink.
No, it looks great. The chat was concerned. And I like to look down every once in a while. And I saw they were concerned about that. And they're concerned about the dead cat bounce. Is the Carolina Panthers the example of the dead cat bounce this week? Are we just betting the Panthers based on this theory?
Yes. To cover
plus the points. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know to win, but to cover because they're incentivized to lose, but they're not because they don't have their own pick.
Right.
So, but yes, I would bet them plus the points this week. Yes, I would say that's as we've seen teams rally and teams play better the next game when they fired their head coach. They just do. They just pro sports, everyone's worried about their job and they want to go out there and play hard, and it refocuses the locker room. It throws a switch and the teams perform maybe just for a day, but they perform better right afterwards.
So that Super Bowl is from last year's Super Bowl, that hat?
Yep.
Who won that Super Bowl?
The KC Chiefs.
All right. JC from KC's thinking we're picking on the Chiefs all the time by picking against them and all this other stuff. I just looked down in the chat and he said, who won that Super Bowl that Matt has the hat on? Yeah, it was Kansas City Chiefs.
Do you know
I don't think we're going to worry about the Chiefs.
Yeah, do you know who's not winning the Super Bowl this year? Right. The KC Chiefs. Just FYI. So, just just who is not going to win? Now this team might like that team might.
This team? The teal?
No, the other team.
Oh, I thought you meant the Jacksonville.
No, the Eagles.
Oh,
that team might.
That. Oh,
this team wants to go and hang out with Taylor at concert at movie premieres for concert videos. Yeah, he wants to go to the Beyonce movie premiere. He was probably bummed out he wasn't with Taylor last night.
Oh boy,
all the paparazzi and everything else. Arkansas last night, largest crowd ever at Bud Walton Arena, over 20,000.
Even from like 60 Minutes of Hell and all that other stuff, this was bigger than all.
Biggest crowd they've ever had.
Nolan Richardson in Arkansas was a staple back in the day.
For Duke comes in, Razorbacks beat number 7 Duke last night, and I bring this up for one because of that reason, but two, this is betting. Okay, so yesterday on the show, I went and ranted about the foul call that happened at the end of the game that burned my +5 for the Rockets.
Correct.
Okay.
A very good rant, by the way. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch the show. It was pretty good.
I have to acknowledge that the over in that game had no business hitting.
Right.
It was 138. I bet over 149. It was 138 with 1:40 to play.
You're a dog to make that.
Do you know what the final score
was? In a competitive game?
Yeah. No, they're down by 10. It wasn't even competitive. It was down by 10. Arkansas had a big lead.
Oh.
Game fell 155.
No overtime.
No overtime.
How the hell did that happen?
Foul, 3, foul, 3, foul, missed shot, foul, 3, turnover, layup. Arkansas almost blew it. They came really close.
Wow.
Duke had a 3. They were down by 4 with about 10 seconds to go. They jacked a 3 and they missed it. If they had made it, they would have been down by 1. It would have been a 1-possession game with free throws coming for Arkansas to make it 3. And then Duke would have had a shot at the buzzer to potentially put that game into overtime. Or Arkansas they couldn't handle the pressure from Duke. Duke's press kept turning Arkansas over, and they looked like an AAU team or a high school team that nobody wanted the ball. You take it. No, you take it. No, you take it. They got a 10-second call. They got turned the ball over. They couldn't inbound the basketball. And that was on the road. I couldn't believe it. Duke was all over Arkansas last night. So we had foul shots and 3-point shots, and it was all perfect. It was so just to acknowledge the gambling gods and things do tend to, even up.
See, that's good because nobody really does that. Nobody says, "Oh, that was a really good win that was probably snatched from the jaws of defeat." I got a break.
Yeah,
there should be bad beats and what would we call the name of the
get even breaks, even up breaks.
I would say run it back, but they already took that. The FanDuel guys already took that from me when I gave them that one.
But I mean, but run it back. But it's just an equalizer. It's if you bet every day, these things tend to even up. Now, the problem is people pick and choose, right? So they bet the Rockets game. They're pissed off. They're mad. Screw you, Matt. I'm not playing your place. And then I go 3-0. By the way, I was perfect on the show yesterday. Hit everything. Hit every bet I put up on Better to Book It. Hit them all. And so you have to bet everything or bet nothing. When you pick and choose, because I evened up. If you didn't play the Duke game because you're oh, Matt was bad on basketball last night, I can't follow him with basketball, then they lose. I win. You missed it. So now you're still down that 1.1 units because I lost, but I'm now down 0.1 because I got the 1 unit back by betting on Duke and Arkansas to go over. Right. And again, I'm sitting there going like, I'm watching the game going like, okay, it's 138, 140 to go. I need 11 points. I don't know if I'm getting 11 points. Arkansas should be able to dribble the ball.
Did they have the in-game still up? The total, or is it off?
No, they shut it off at the 2-minute mark. They killed it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was shut off at the 2-minute mark.
Because that right there is reason number 2.5 million why I'm glad I'm not in the book for a game that's done. I mean, it's kaput. It's supposed to be under. It's supposed to finish 145.
Yeah,
maybe
144. Right,
somewhere in that neighborhood. A couple buckets each and done and over. No, it's not. It's never done. And that's why a lot of times they turn it off because it changes so fast. So for like people are like, why do they turn it off? Sometimes it's just hard to manage. Like you can't with the possessions and happening so fast and the feed, and you have like 3.2 seconds to bet it. So it's easier to just turn it off and we'll both watch it together.
Right.
And if it goes to overtime, we'll throw it back up.
I mean, the highest. It was a great win. The highest in game I saw was 149.5. Like it was never on pace. It was on pace to either land on the number or go under.
Right.
And so I'm watching this going like, I'm at the gym and I'm like, that's going to be a loss. I was like, son of a gun, we're not going to get there. And then all of a sudden we got there. And so just, I wanted to acknowledge that.
What are you doing at the gym where you're watching this?
I'm on the bike.
Physically doing?
I'm on the bike.
Watching this.
I'm on the bike.
You're on the bike. All right.
Yeah.
So it's sitting still and you're pedaling and you're watching it.
Yeah, I do typically a 20-20-20 1 hour workout. I do 20 minutes of boxing, I do 20 minutes of lifting, and I do 20 minutes of cardio.
Okay.
And I change each when I go, I'll change each. Like I'll hit the bag, or I'll shadow box, or I'll do a pull up and push up and down.
Okay.
2 pull-ups to 4 push-ups, 2 pull-ups to 4 push-ups. And then I'll do some form of weightlifting, and then I'll do a cardio. Either I'll be running, walking, or on the bike.
So you can only really watch it while you're doing the cardio.
No, because the TV's everywhere. I can watch it. There's TVs all over the gym.
You're watching it on a TV.
Yeah, there's TVs everywhere. So I'm paying attention to what's going on. No, I am too. No, I'll watch it, and then I'll look at my phone, and I'll look at the in-game, and I'll see where the in-game is in between sets. I'll look and see where I'm at. I'm like, okay, that's where I'm at. I'm here. And then you'll text me or I'll get something from Twitter or whatever, and I'll just go respond to it really fast. And then I'll have, a minute or two, go back, do the set, come back. It's, that's why I love boxing, because I always have a 1 minute downtime in between rounds. It's great.
Do you look at your phone?
Oh, yeah. I get stuff done. It's phenomenal.
What's wrong with you?
It's in my ear. I get the notification in my head.
Oh,
that says,
that's true. Yeah.
Has, text message from Proxy Talk. And it comes up, and then I go ahead and go look at it. And there it is. There's the text message. It's, okay, well, what was that? And then Twitter X Dave says, da, 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 da. So I go and look at it. And then that's how it goes. So that's what I was doing. I was doing that during the game. I was following along going, I think that's not going to hit. And then I got home and I was like, I watched the last 5 minutes. I was like, holy mother, it hit. I was like, this is great.
It's good.
So I was in love with it. It worked out well. You're wearing the Cowboys stuff tonight. Thursday night football. Cowboys hosting the Seattle Seahawks. Total is 47.5 on this one. This is a difficult bet for some people. If you're a trend better like I am, your inclination would be to bet under because of primetime unders, even though Thursday night has been somewhat of a coin flip.
Right.
These two teams both played on Thursday.
A week.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is normal rest.
This is normal rest.
Right.
We're getting a better game.
I hope so. I hope so. If me and you are going to be on for an hour of it, which we are on Sports Grid tonight, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. And Taylor's going to be on. She's a Cowboy fan.
Oh.
Cam's going to be on. She's
from Chicago, is she not? The accent says Chicago, right?
You told me this about Nebraska and stuff. They picked the teams.
Oh, she's from Nebraska? I didn't know she's from Nebraska.
No, she's from Chicago.
But they have the Bears.
But the Bears have been bad her whole life. You got to pick other teams.
You can't do that. Not when you're born into a city like that.
And she's traveled around since school. She lived in Nebraska for a while. Teams in Nebraska. Now she lives in Arizona.
Yeah.
The Cardinals, are fun until they're not. Right? I mean,
which is a lot of not.
She's a Cubs fan, but the Diamondbacks were
yeah.
good, so she was a Diamondbacks fan.
Yeah, I get that though. That's like us here with the Golden Knights. I get that, but like she
Right.
would be a Cub fan first. If Cubs are playing against the Diamondbacks, she's a Cub fan,
right? But she's
Yeah.
a Cowboy fan, and Cam's a Seahawk fan, and
Oh,
so it's going to be an interesting dynamic because we'll have kind of the first quarter played.
right.
Hopefully, we'll have a score. I think the game's supposed to go over. Just looking at the matchup, the way the Cowboys have played at home, you don't think it's going over. You're already shaking your head. We're going to fall for this again.
No, it's the Seahawks' fault. It's not going to be the Cowboys' fault. Seahawks aren't going to score. Seahawks offense sucks. They can't score. So
put up a poll, over or under tonight, Thursday Night Football. What do you got? Ask the people. This is what we do. When you're watching the show live, you can come in and vote. It's quick. It pops up right in the chat. It's worth it to get on the YouTube. Even we got guys driving around right now listening to us on the YouTube with the chat, which is kind of cool. I didn't even think of that when we first started doing the show, but a lot of people consume the show so they can participate in the chat, but listen to it audio because they're driving or in the gym working out. All right, I'm going to vote. I voted. Did you vote?
Are the Sea Sucks back? I can't call them that because I called them the Sea Sucks all last year. They went over their win total. So I can't call them the Sea Sucks because they're not the Sea Sucks. Because I cursed them. I cursed myself. They got good when I called them that.
Did you see their schedule the rest of the way?
Is it easy or hard?
Oh. Pull it up. He might be instituting the nickname.
It's back.
It might be back.
Sea Sucks is back. They're 6-5 at the moment.
Right.
Cowboys on the road this week. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah. Go ahead.
At San Francisco.
Good luck.
Home for Philadelphia.
Tough.
At Tennessee.
Okay.
Home for the Steelers.
Uh-huh.
At the Cardinals.
I see one guaranteed out of that.
End of the year against Arizona.
That's the one guarantee. They should win the game against Tennessee.
Yeah, 7-10. They have 5.
And the Steeler game will be.
So they lost to the Rams 17-16. They lost to the Niners 31-3 on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
They're going to lose to Dallas on the road. They lose to San Francisco on the road. Lose to Philadelphia at home. They're going to lose 5 games in a row in 6 of 7.
Not a good stretch.
And then Tennessee is going to be on Christmas Eve. That's the question. Maybe they beat the Titans.
Yeah.
You guys play on. How do you feel about your team playing on New Year's Eve?
Everybody plays on New Year's Eve.
I know, but how do you feel about your team playing on New Year's Eve?
I can tell you this, for the people that work for the team and like, my buddies
sucks.
It messes up the whole day.
How about Christmas Eve? Playing on Christmas Eve sucks.
Yes.
That's brutal. Who's playing Sunday night on Christmas Eve?
Sunday night on Christmas Eve is good question. I can tell you that in 1 second. Hold on. That would be Sunday night, Christmas Eve. The Patriots are at the Broncos, sir.
My team is playing on Christmas Eve?
Patriots at the Broncos.
Wow.
Unless they flex out of that.
They should flex. They should completely flex out of that. They should completely flex. Patriots can't play at Denver when we're good, let alone when they're bad.
Wow, Dallas plays Miami that Sunday.
Ooh, good game.
In the late window.
Good
by
game.
itself with the Cardinals and the Bears.
Good game.
They're never going to let them flex that one. No way. Fox is keeping that. That's going to be a bigger game ratings wise than the Patriots and the Broncos.
100%. Sunday night football. This is right on
Sunday
Patriots.
night football on the 24th.
Yeah, they can't. They have to flex. They could flex out of it, but they got to do it like right now. They have a month. You have to do 30-day. You have to do a 30-day notice on it.
Oh.
And they may want to take it just because it's Bill Belichick and they can spend the whole game speculating about where he's going.
Geez, that's going to be a tough week to flex out. There's not really any good games on that Sunday.
Yeah, that's the new rule. It's a month. You can flex it, but it's a month out.
Oh, so they can't flex the Patriots and the Steelers next week?
Oh no, they would have already had. They would have already had to do it.
Oh,
yeah, they should have done it. They considered it and they decided against it.
We got to talk about it off the air, but I got a inquiry about us coming. We could go to the game if you wanted to. Got a guy. So,
all right, I'll talk.
Do the show, see the boys, get Sweet Lou from the 412 to put something together. I don't know. We'll see. But I just got it this morning. I was like, Okay. I still thought the game could be flexed after today,
Right.
but I guess not. Good.
Huh.
So we'll see.
Interesting. All
Yeah.
right. We'll figure that out. I think a better game. I think it's going to be a good
What are
game.
the people voting? Under. Overwhelming already. 50 votes.
59% to the under.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, again, it's the Seattle offense is the problem. They can't score enough for this game to go over.
Dallas been blowing teams out.
They have. Okay, so how many points will Dallas score? I did this last night on the
20,
juice.
28 minimum, no?
Okay, that's what I said.
I think 31. A field goal and 4 touches.
Seattle's team total is 19.5.
17. 31, 17 is 48.
Okay.
Bam. Right.
So
over,
I
please.
said 28-20, which is just over, but it's under 9.5. So you know what I did.
Oh, it's got to be same game teaser. Just tee that baby right up.
And I found 8.5. So I got on. I have a 2. I have a 2.5.
What'd you take? Dog and up or
No.
favorite down?
Favorite
down and
to
total
2.5.
down.
Correct. No, total up to take under.
Oh, okay. Okay.
53.5 under. Minus 2.5 Dallas.
LL said 31-17 Dallas.
Yeah.
Christian Hastings said 30-17 Cowboys.
The
win.
Seattle Seahawks are 4-1 to the under on the road this year. They are 3-1 to the under against their own division, and they're 4-4 against the NFC. Dallas is 6-2 against the NFC, and they're 4-1 at home. But again, are they going to win 45-10, which is what they did to Washington? Pick 6 is late. That game was not going to go over, and then they got all those avalanche scores late.
Right.
Giants game. So at home, Dallas scored 45, 49, 43, and 38 in their last 4 home games.
Right.
I don't think Seattle's defense is that bad. I don't think they're giving up in the 40s tonight.
34 is enough, though.
Oh,
like if they get
yeah.
34, the game's going over.
They just gave up 31 points at home to the Niners. You know Carroll's going to be all over their defense.
Right.
Just feels like the Seattle defense plays much better tonight, yet their offense won't help. On the Rams, they gave up 17 points. They have been killed 37-3 against Baltimore on the road, but that would go under.
That was a terrible game. That would
go under.
Everything went bad for them. Yeah. It still went under, right?
Only scored 3 points. Okay. On the road, they scored 13 points against Cincinnati, 3 points against Baltimore, and 16 points against the Rams. Haven't scored 20 points yet on the road. I mean, it's,
I don't know. I do you feel better about the Dallas team total over?
Oh, it's definitely Dallas team, but it was like 28.5, wasn't it? It was a number that gave me pause.
Oh, I thought you said 27.5.
No, it was 28.5 for team total Dallas. Let me double check on that. Because it was 19.5 for Seattle. Okay, I looked at that number. Team total for the Cowboys is 28.5. Yes.
Okay.
And the team total for the Seahawks is 18.5 now. It's down.
Right.
It was 19.5 last night. Now it's 18.5.
Yeah, I'd made it 17.5. Okay.
So,
by the way, Marcella Under just came in the chat and said New England and Kansas City just got flexed out in week 15. Monday Night Football.
Today?
Just now, I guess.
Okay, right. Because you have to do it a month out.
2 weeks. No, it's only a couple weeks ahead. We're in week 13. It's a week 15 matchup.
I thought you had to do a month out to flex out.
I don't know.
On a Monday night? They flex out a Monday night game?
That's what it just says. I don't know.
Wow.
Marcella.
I thought it was longer than that, but and that's the right move. You flex everything out. Flex every Patriot game out of prime time. What are you doing? Like no. They're intentionally trying to lose. Like they might be the only real tank team in the NFL right now.
Ooh.
Think about it. Panthers don't need to tank. They don't have the pick. They just suck. The Bears have won 4 games. The Cardinals
Thursday night is 28 days out for flex. The Monday night must be different.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Okay. So it's maybe you can have about 2 weeks on Monday night. Because that would make sense too, because Sunday to Monday, it's a different travel time, whatever. So maybe they say you're going to play Sunday, not Monday. So, it shouldn't be a big deal. We can do it quicker. We can switch it back quicker because you were getting an extra day. Now you're not.
Right.
There's not really, Arizona is bad, but they want a top pick, but they don't need a top pick. They need everything. They already have Kyler Murray, and they've had the top pick recently. And like, there's only one team I think that really is full blown tank mode. Like the Patriots are going to play as Bailey Zappi.
Starting official?
Not official. He's getting all the reps with the ones.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, Chris, we saw you, man. We got you.
Right.
So okay, the number's now 5.5. Chargers, West Coast team. This is always a go against. Chargers at New England is always a go against. No, it's not.
This is a different year.
I know. It's it's surprising. Number goes from 3.5 to 5.5.
Nothing. I don't want anything to do with this game. This is a line right through it. I'd be flexing out of picking anything New England the rest of the way.
Agreed.
I don't want to even discuss it.
The entire media, it's so funny because we haven't been here for a long time. I love it when the young Patriot media starts saying you can't wear the throwback uniforms because they're too good to wear for this crap product.
What?
Yeah, I love this. I'm like, oh God, you don't know. It's actually incredibly appropriate. It's actually perfect that they're wearing Pat the Patriot because it's a reminder to all of us gray hairs that this team in the 80s, in the early 90s, was a GD disaster forever.
Right.
And all of us get to go back and go, oh, yeah, I remember 88. I remember 89. I remember 91. I remember when the team won 2 wins and 4 wins and 5 wins.
God.
I remember all that.
Yeah.
It was a laughing stock.
I made a comment to Sammy on a tweet, and he called me. He did a story. Who would be favored, the 92 Patriots or the 2023 Patriots? And I was like, I look back at that team. They won 2 games. They were 2-14. Terrible.
This is why wearing these uniforms is perfect. It's it's inappropriate. The team's too good. These uniforms are too good for this crap team. Like, wow, kids, you just don't know.
Right.
you just don't remember. You don't have the right. Like if you're born in 1990, like my brothers, you have no idea. You have you cannot in your brain remember, because you weren't here to experience the level of inept Boston sports that there were in the late 80s and early 90s. Even the Celtics, which from my childhood carried the banner for Boston sports, 2 stars died in the early 90s. First round pick, all-star, Len Bias, Reggie Lewis. They both died.
86 was Len Bias. Never forget it.
80, thank you. Late 80s. Number 1 pick. Kid out of Maryland. Does cocaine. First time. Dead.
One of the reasons why I never done it.
Me too. Amen. 100%.
I'll never forget that Sports Illustrated. When I came, I was like, what happened? What?
First time you ever did it? What do you mean? Yeah, straight-laced kid, go to a party, wanted to party, he was a first-round pick. Fit in, be cool. Did cocaine, stopped his heart. Oh, okay. So we're never doing that.
Never.
So cross it off the list. We're never doing cocaine. That's...
Yeah, nobody young knows any of that stuff.
None
was the laughing stock of all the sports.
And that's why for you kids that want to come at us old folk and go like, oh, this is perfect. You guys say everything you want. We all remember. We all know what it was like growing up. Going to Foxborough Stadium, sitting on the metal bleachers with nobody there, and the game blacked out, consistently blacked out. When the Patriots at home, when they were on TV, that was a minor fucking miracle. That was like, wait, we're on TV? We're at home and we're on TV? This is nuts. I can't tell you the number of times my father said no to tickets. Hey, you want to go to the game? Nah, I ain't fighting the traffic. Route 1 traffic is so bad. I'm not fighting that traffic driving from where we were in Andover, which means you had to go through the city, which you always got stuck in Boston, to go to the South Shore, to then go on Route 1, which got you to Foxborough, which is a 2-lane highway, both ways in and out. And you had 60,000 people coming in and out, and it was a pain in the ass. Nobody liked to do it. It was in a bad spot. It's why
to see bad football.
It's why Robert Kraft wanted to move the team to Connecticut, because he wanted to go to a place that had actually better infrastructure, because the state wasn't going to help him.
Right.
So that was the threat. Was it real or not? No, it's always in lore. Was he actually going to do it or not? But he had real conversations about moving the team to Hartford.
Yeah.
And so, because the highway to get to Foxborough is awful. So it's bad football. You freeze your ass off on those metal bleachers. You're watching NFL football, kind of. You're not really watching NFL football. It's like more like glorified high school.
I love this.
It's real. It's just what it is. It's what it was.
Yeah.
And then for 20 years, you all ate our ass as we sat for the whole time.
Whoa.
And we kicked the living shit out of the entire NFL. So that's why we talk. If you want to know where the arrogance comes from, you want to know where the pounding of the chest comes from, is because you guys made fun of us forever. Steeler fan looked down on us forever. We got five. We got five. We got five. We got five. Yeah. And then Tom owned you forever.
Yeah.
AFC title games at your place. Playoff game after playoff game. Didn't matter. Your zone defense couldn't do anything against Brady. He eviscerated the Steelers for 20 years. It was payback. It's all payback. So it's appropriate that the Patriots will wear the Patriot uniforms against the Chargers, tanking as a 2-win football team and the worst team in the NFL, because that's what they are. They are the worst. I think the Panthers might be better than the Patriots. They are the worst team in the NFL. With the current construct. If they were healthy, they're not. But they're not healthy. So they don't have Matthew Judon. They don't have Christian Gonzalez. The quarterback's a mess. The running game's a mess. Offensive line's a mess. I mean, everyone is ripping apart they're going like, what happened in the draft? I mean,
the
Belichick
line is coming down.
It means go ahead. I mean, go ahead. Take the Patriots. All you go crazy, because it's a West Coast team with an early start. That's why. He drafted 2 kickers. He drafted a punter and a kicker in the draft. For a team that was lacking all talent, Belichick is going to get fired or asked to leave, whatever you want to call it, based upon his decisions, not as a head coach. He's been phenomenal as a head coach. He's out because of a GM. All of his GM decisions have been horrible recently. I mean, he drafted the kid that missed the game-tying kick against the Giants. That was his decision to take a kicker, to draft a kicker in the 4th round. I think he took that kid in to go. He lines up.
It's all right. I missed the kick.
No, you can't take a kid. Kickers are, it's like fantasy football. You just go and find them. You don't need to go and use a draft pick on a kicker and a punter. What are you doing? No one does that. But Belichick does that because he's smarter than everybody else. It's great when it works.
Did he draft Vinatieri?
No.
No?
How? No, because he signed with the Patriots. He kicked North Dakota. Did we Patriots draft Adam Vinatieri? I don't think they did. I think he was somewhere else.
Did the Ravens draft Justin Tucker?
Let's see. He was undrafted.
What a find.
Greatest kicker in history. Undrafted.
Wow.
Let's see. Was Justin Tucker drafted?
By the Ravens.
So, I mean, you don't have to draft kickers. You find kickers. You don't draft kickers. He was undrafted. 2 best kickers in the NFL history, not drafted. Belichick takes a kicker in the 4th round. Who
maybe time was expiring on the pick, like at the fantasy draft. Say, hey, grab the kicker. I don't know what we're going to take. We're arguing. Take the kicker.
That's the problem, right? That's what Belichick's getting let go at the end of the year, which, by the way, there was a reporter who covers the Chargers who went on NBC Sports Boston yesterday and said, I can guarantee you this. The Chargers are not hiring Bill Belichick. I was like, cross that off the list. So it's Chargers and the Giants. So there you go. Because they're not going to pay. The last 3 head coaches combined, they paid $11 million to. So Belichick, remember, Belichick can get fired and go, but the look of the Patriots firing him is pretty bad. They're going to trade him.
We're going to have to. They're going to trade him?
Yeah, they're going to trade him. Much like with Sean Payton. They're going to trade him. They'll get something for him. Giants, the Mars will work it out, or that new owner in Washington really likes him. So he could very well wind up going to Washington. Everyone's saying, the new Twitter world is saying, one guy on Twitter saying Bills. I don't see Belichick in Buffalo. It'd be surprising because, again, the Patriots have to let him.
Belichick go coach the Bills?
They got to trade him. They're not. Kraft is not trading Belichick inside the division. It's not happening. I think he'd rather just sit on him and make him coach.
I would be very, very surprised.
Yeah, I don't think Patriots want to see Belichick 2 times a year, just like they didn't want to see Brady. Although Tampa all of a sudden turned into an option. On NFL Network, they speculated Tampa.
The speculation is such nonsense.
Go see who would go and mimic Brady.
All of it.
Go to a team that has to win right now for his last run. All I know is Belichick's not going to be with the Patriots next year, and how they do this is going to be very delicate. And I still wouldn't bet the Chargers at plus.
No way. Line through it.
5.5. Yeah. No way.
No thank you.
Lions are at the New Orleans Saints. Do you like a Lions bounce back spot?
Tired of falling for the Saints.
Saints aren't that good. Saints aren't that good. I went against them last week.
Screams to me to take the 4, which means it's probably a lay. I don't like this game either. It's just why in the world are they 4? This game should be 3.
Because the Saints offense is not good.
Is terrible.
So, and the Lions defense is pretty good. And the Lions offense did not perform very well on Thanksgiving.
Total's 47. It's indoors on turf, which, oh, by the way, that's where Detroit plays too. They're going to score points, but the best unit, you'll get arguments, could be the Saints defense.
Fair.
Really? Okay. Well, their offense is dismal.
Bad.
Jameis should be playing. I feel like I'd have a chance to score some more points.
Make an argument. Derek Carr's been average at best.
Wow. Big news in the chat.
Okay.
All caps Auntie showed up. Just
wow.
What's up, all caps Auntie? Coming in and pump his chest up. He's happy the Patriots are in turmoil and his Browns are still relevant. How about that?
Browns are paying a guy a lot of money to do nothing right now. I don't know if I'll be talking about the Browns at the moment.
They're right there. They're right there.
Everyone's right there. That's the AFC.
This is true.
Everyone's right there.
Who isn't there?
Yeah.
The Patriots.
Yes, the Patriots. That's it.
And the Panthers.
By the way, 60% are on the under tonight for Thursday Night Football.
Really?
Yes. In our chat, 60%.
Oh, boy.
6 out of 10 think that.
Keep cashing.
Your Arizona Pittsburgh game here.
Yes.
What did you pick up for the Betta show?
Steelers.
Laying
and under.
or money line. Ooh, and under.
So I said we're going to try something different today. Little tweaks here and there. So I said
same game tease it?
I did not. I did a money line Steelers with the under.
Parlay.
Yes.
Dave Sharapan recommended a parlay.
I said,
oh no, you are a content guy, Dave. Dave Sharapan is now a content guy. He just mark this down, Brigade.
Because they wanted both. They wanted a side.
That's great.
They wanted a side, and I was like,
your bookmaker friends are gonna rip on you.
I was going to take the points with Arizona and go under. Yeah. And then they're like, I said I just want to do the under.
You have officially crossed over to the dark side. You are now officially Darth Vader.
I said do one or the other, or you can combine them both in a parlay. Steelers money line and the under.
That's phenomenal. Yes, it's a good bet. I
think the Steelers win.
I like it. What was it? Plus money?
Worried about the 5. Yeah.
I like it. Let's go.
I mean, you got to send these things in on Wednesday, and then they don't air till Saturday. I don't even know what the number is.
I'm just messing with you.
Oh, I know, but I would say it's hard.
You're so uncomfortable because you know that I'm not supposed to do this.
Well, no, I was laughing when I did it. I was laughing. I'm like, this is great. As long as I send a video and I'm like, is this work?
Right.
As long as the producer says it works, it's done. So, I had a lot on my mind yesterday, and I was like, just bang this out. They're like, the only thing you have to pick is the Steeler game. Because the Bengals game is caca.
Yeah.
The Browns, So they're like, you don't have to pick the division games this week, and Baltimore's off.
Right.
So they're like, use your imagination. I was like,
There you
that's
go.
the last day I want to use my imagination.
Right.
Here we go. Do you like Pitt? You like Pittsburgh?
Money line, yes. Not sure I'm laying the 5.5, but if it gets to 6, I'll tease it.
So the weather is bad like today, yesterday and stuff, but it's supposed to be 52 degrees.
It's still a West Coast team
Sunday.
going east in December.
Yeah.
Whether it's 50 degrees or not, it's 50 in December in Pittsburgh. It's not like it is in Arizona.
Right.
Humid. It's weird. The humidity causes it bone chilling. It's nasty. The wind. It's much different.
Yeah.
It's a different type of cold. They're not going to be ready for it.
Yeah, I think so.
Steelers win. It's one of 2 selections for Survivor. Steelers, Jags. One of the 2.
I feel comfortable using the Jags more than the Steelers, but either one is an option.
Yep.
Waiting on pins and needles for our guy to send his pick.
Just because Kenny Pickett can Kenny Pickett.
Oh,
And then you're in trouble.
it's going to leave a mark if that's the one that takes you down.
Well, especially if it's your team.
That's what I mean.
Our
That's how
guy
I
is not a
feel.
Steeler fan. So our guy is not a Steeler fan. So it's not the same type of level of angst when it comes to what he's going to select for.
Kyle Meyer just took the Pittsburgh money line and the under 42.5 for plus 138.
Like it.
There it is.
I like it. This is a sneaky good game. Denver at Houston. This is sneaky good.
Yep.
If you had told me this game was going to be good in September, I'd be like, what? Denver at Houston's a good game? Come on, bro.
No.
This is a good game. Texans very much in the mix for a wild card. Same thing here for Denver.
Yep.
They both could play in the playoffs against each other. Jags are going to win the division. Chiefs are going to win the division. These are wild card teams. Big game. Like Russ on the road.
Making a playoffs?
They could. Absolutely.
Wow.
They're a wild card contending team. So is Houston.
I think the team that loses this game, not eliminated, but has a long. This is a big swing game for that last spot.
Oh, it's monstrous. I mean, look at. So the Bills are 6-6. The Broncos are 6-5. The Bills are off this week. Texans are 6-5. The Colts are 6-5. Colts occupy the 7th spot at the moment.
Right.
Browns at 7-4. Steelers 7-4. That's the 6 and the 5 spot. So it's not like Denver is really far behind you guys.
So that would be the first. That's not the first playoff game. Thank God.
First playoff game would be
4-5.
No, 2-7.
2-7, 3-6, 4-5.
Yeah, you play the Dolphins on the road.
Bye-bye.
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 Yeah, you get worked.
That's not a good matchup for the Steelers.
But Jacksonville might not be either, though. Jacksonville hosting the Browns.
Jacksonville.
It's more beatable, though. Jacksonville's more beatable than
but Jacksonville lose Pittsburgh recently.
No.
Go down there and lose. They come to Pittsburgh and they win. Wow. Who's the chat like in this one? This is a tough game. I think we get really good two-way votes.
Who wins or
points? Denver
points.
plus 3.5.
Okay.
Houston minus 3.5. It's a great number. Gives you pause both ways. I don't think you're stealing if you take Denver plus 3.5. That's no overwhelming bargain, but the game is total 47.5. That's going over, is it not?
Against Denver's defense?
Yeah. No?
I don't know. I think the hook matters in this game, is it not?
Good.
So that
it's only what is today? Thursday. Yep. It hasn't moved yet.
Doesn't this mean take the dog? 3.5?
No. Sometimes this means take the favorite.
Oh.
Yes. They want you to take the dog, you take the favorite. I don't know. As of today, I already voted.
Yeah.
I voted Houston. They showed me something last week.
In the loss?
They really did. In the loss, they showed me something.
Okay.
I think they play their game more than Denver plays their game in this situation.
I like the Texans a lot. They The thing that worries me about the Texans is just the way that they play. They got to be perfect. They turn the ball over. If they fumble or throw picks, it could be a problem.
Auntie said Lutz is questionable. Give me the Texans.
Okay.
Who's Lutz? I don't even know who Lutz is. Other than Lutz from Beverly Hills Cop. You remember that guy?
The
Lutz.
kicker. Will Lutz, the kicker?
The kicker?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was the special teams player of the month last month.
Oh, Stroud's going to cost them. What a sack. Got Houston -3 before they added the hook for Mr. C. Yeah, Auntie said it's a kicker. Game played to the over, to the under. First thought. You like under.
Under.
Yeah. It's going to turn. These things are going to turn with the totals. It can't keep. I mean, I don't think it can keep going the direction so overwhelmingly to the under. This is a game where I think both offenses can get 20 points.
Denver's defense is good, though.
No, I know.
It's been the biggest key to their turnaround.
How good has Houston's offense been?
Very good, yes. But Houston's defense is one of the worst in football.
Houston's defense?
Yeah, Houston's defense is horrible. Like that's what gives me the pause on the under is that Houston's defense is bad.
So we're going to play a track meet shootout type thing.
Maybe. Yeah, you might be right. I mean, I would take the Broncos plus 3.5. That's what I would do right now.
Do you still have the voodoo with the Texans games? For years now, you've had the voodoo with the Texans games.
I got my teaser right last week.
Oh, you did against Jacksonville. Yeah.
Teaser came in. They scored late, so they got me. They got me there. I mean, okay. I mean, because I've been watching more Texans games than ever before because I've got 3 players on my fantasy team on that roster.
How is your fantasy team doing?
Horrible.
Live for the playoffs?
No. You got 4 wins on the year. I'm Patriots bad, but I knew it going in.
We should have had Lip draft the team.
Should have, but it was the whole the way that league is set up with how you put up a bid to get a player. Like it's just
we're gonna outsource that to the Lip. That's what he does.
He can have it. Like he can have it next year. Yeah. You can go ahead and go win the darn thing.
Right. Take that shit down.
It's not my bag.
It's brutal.
Game of the week. San Francisco at Philadelphia.
Game of the year.
Game of the year.
This is the best. Is there a bigger regular season game with implications than this game all season? Right now, San Francisco, Philadelphia. This is it. This is it. Don't try to sell me the Kansas City, Philadelphia rematch of the Super Bowl was bigger. This one has serious implications for.
This is the game of the year.
Game of the year up to this point. Yes.
Up to this point. Oh, up to this point.
Game of the year.
Up to this point.
NFL regular season up to right now, week 13. There hasn't been a game with more implications.
There has not. I'll agree. No. But Dallas Philly, I think, is going to be bigger.
If Philly wins this game, I don't know if it will be.
Fair. Because they may run away and hide.
If San Fran wins this game and they're favored by 2.5, 3 in spots. 3 everywhere now. I just hit refresh. Hello.
Oh, wow. Move.
Bye-bye, 2.5.
Thursday move on San Francisco.
Is that guy playing? The tackle for the
Lane Johnson?
Is he playing?
Maybe not. But he didn't play last week, though, and they still won.
Right. But I would guess that move today means that we'll find out tomorrow when that injury report comes out. He's probably not playing.
Okay.
Or
didn't matter
or they slide it up today and we see the move tomorrow that he is playing. Boom, boom, boom. All the 3s disappear.
Gone.
Like a magic act. Boom, 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 boom. Gone. That's it. I can't wait.
Right now, who wins this game?
Can't wait for this game.
Who wins the game right now?
Oh. San Francisco being off the Thanksgiving Day game. Philly being off a rainstorm, balls to the wall, overtime game against Buffalo has San Francisco favored. Makes perfect sense. They get an extra couple of days of rest. San Francisco's as healthy as they've been since the beginning of the season coming into this game, right? They're supposed to win this game. You'll hear the revenge thing between today and tomorrow. We're coming back and we got our quarterback and he's not hurt, and we don't have to run the ball every play like we did last time. We're coming to get you. We're coming to take home field from you. All that other stuff. It makes perfect sense that San Francisco is going to win. Kind of rooting for the Eagles.
Philly has to, and they will. They're losing one of the 3 games between Buffalo, Dallas, and San Francisco. They're losing one of them. They beat the Bills already.
Oh, so next week, bye-bye. If they win this game, it's an auto play?
They're not going to go 16-1. 15-2, I might listen to. I'm not listening to 16-1.
Next Sunday night, Philly at Dallas. Dallas is a 2.5-point favorite.
That's what I mean. That's
best
the game.
Team in football.
That's the
best
game
record in football. Dogs at home this week.
I disagree with you. See, that's
dogs
why,
at home.
That's why you said up to this point, Philly at Dallas is the game of the year in the NFL. That I will predict has the biggest handle of any regular season game.
Big Business. It's Sunday night game. It might be. Big Business just came in and dropped a fin in the super chat just because I was wearing the Dallas Cowboys stuff.
Thank you, sir.
He's a Texas guy. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. He's been working nights.
That's very nice.
Trying to take care of grandbabies.
Speaking of Sunday, KC laying 6 at Green Bay.
Sneaky good game here.
Based upon what is at stake for Green Bay.
Hell yeah.
I'm not sure I'm
outdoors.
Yeah. Weather might be crappy.
We got a lot of things happening. Kansas City. I don't know. She's already talking about. She got the 92 percenters for the brothers. My wife.
Okay.
She's wearing what's their podcast called? I can't even remember
New
the
Heights.
name. What is it?
New Heights.
New Heights sweatshirt, nonstop. Then she took that off. She had a 92 percenters on, which is what they call, like we call the brigade, the fans, the 92 percenters. People watch the show. She's like, we're getting wings and stuff for the Chiefs game on Sunday. I'm like, what is happening right now? Are we becoming a Chiefs what?
Yikes.
What about the Eagles and the Niners game before? She's like, oh, that's Jason. I want to see the Chiefs game.
That's what? Jason. I want to see Travis. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why Spotify putting out these numbers. The number 1 sports podcast for 2023 was New Heights on Spotify. And everyone's like, yeah, that's not real because the Taylor Swift bounce will come to me next year. Let's see what they do next year. They're riding it. The Swifties are paying attention, which is so weird that the Swifties are Chief fans.
Got my middle-aged wife to listen to this, and get the gear. She got the gear and didn't tell me. Went downstairs to meet you when you rang the doorbell.
Oh, I'm still going to give her hell for it because until I see her wearing BvB stuff, she's going to get hell from me. I walked in and I was like, what are you wearing? She's like, what? I'm like, I've never seen you wear BvB stuff. She's like, yeah. I'm like, you're wearing another podcast. She's like, yeah. I'm like, that's our competition. What are you doing? And she was like, well, what? I go, okay. So where's the BvB sweatshirt? And you were like, I told you. I was waiting for you to do that.
I was like, I just did this
10
10 minutes before, and I went downstairs. I said, what is this? What are you wearing?
Yeah.
And she's like, ha, 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 ha. It's soft. It's nice. It says New Heights. I said, this is, sorry, Will, this is bullshit. And I said, wait till Perrault gets here. And I didn't even have to tee you up.
No.
You walked in, you said, what is that? What are you wearing? And I'm sitting behind you going, yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, what are you wearing?
What he said.
She's
yeah.
Like, I'm like, I don't have a problem with you wearing it, but if you're going to wear podcast gear, you have a vested interest in wearing our stuff, do you not?
Exactly.
You actually will benefit from this versus advertising Jason and Travis Kelce, who you will never meet. So
if they come to the Super Bowl, now she'll want to see if
we saw them at the Super Bowl. We walked past them. No one's getting close to them now. I mean, it was chaos in LA and Phoenix when they were there. Can you imagine now? I mean,
well, we've made dreams happen. I mean, with her. She thinks me and you are going to have an access if they get here that, we'll be at a show or at a party or this and that. Can I meet the Kelsey brothers? I said, oh, now you want in.
Now you want in.
Now you want in. Okay.
Now you care about this.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where Vegas is going to be so wild because Radio Row is not going to be what it has been. Because I think people are going to be all scattered
everywhere,
doing their own stuff and on different properties. And,
yeah.
I don't know where we're going to be yet. We're trying to figure out that with us, where we're going to wind up being for being on Radio Row may not be the end all be all like it used to be. Could be, might not be.
If the Chiefs win Sunday night, I will wear Chiefs gear on Monday.
Okay.
Deal. JC from KC.
This is about
100%.
This is about as KC you're ever going to get me to wear. Okay. Small like them. Small.
Tiny print.
Small like the city. Small like the state. That's how it is.
Like Smalls, like Stephanie Smalls?
No, I like them. I like her. I like her. I don't
say them. What were you talking about there? Stay focused.
Sorry. I like them. So then on that.
We gotta get it's a shame the Giants stink. Smalls was staying in hiding. She don't want to come out and play.
I don't blame her. I mean, my gosh. What's it talk about? My team's like, but I can represent the bad teams for her, Giants. Well, Giants beat the Patriots.
I wanted her to come on Monday after the Giants beat the Patriots. She was busy.
She knew better.
She couldn't come on.
She knew better. Though, what's she gonna do? Crow about beating the Patriots?
Yes, that's what I wanted. That's what we needed.
Beating up a guy in a wheelchair. Like, come on. It's not. Can't brag about that. It's like it's what they are. There's invalids.
I think the Packers are live to win a game. Perrault, you
good? I don't know. I mean, Jordan Love's played his ass off on Thanksgiving, so if he plays like that, yeah.
Kansas City, second game, back-to-back roadies.
Yeah, right. To go against. Absolutely.
Green Bay,
yeah.
Off the long rest, the Thanksgiving game.
Yep.
Off of their best performance, arguably, of the season.
No, not even arguably. It was their best performance of the season. Yes.
They dangled a number out there to have you lay it. Like this, I'm telling you, if I was to tease this one, I would no question, which I more often do than not, but I would no question take the dog up.
Yeah.
There's no
plus 12.
question. I don't want to have to worry about sweating Kansas City.
Home dog plus over 10. Yeah. And if it goes up to 7, I mean, you get anywhere near 13 or 13 and a half, I love it.
Right.
If you can get that up to 7, if it goes up during the week. So it's Thursday. We always touch on the NFL a little bit, some of the bigger games coming down. I love this topic. Matt Rhule goes to the podium yesterday.
Oh boy.
And says the following.
Where's my glasses? Put the dark ones on.
Quote, make no mistake that a good quarterback in the transfer portal, costs, $1 million to $1.5 million to $2 million right now. Just so we're on the same page. Let's all make sure we all understand what is happening. There are some teams that have $6 or $7 million players playing for them. 6 or 7 million in name, image, and likeness.
What are we doing?
I'm going to show you something. I haven't shown you this. This is the first I've been covering college sports since I was 18.
Yes.
I've never seen this before.
Whoa.
Look at this. This is on3.com. All right. These are the top 4 quarterbacks who are available.
Okay.
Does anything jump out at you that makes this weird? Makes this unique?
The NIL value column?
What the holy hell is that?
Who put that there? How'd they get those numbers?
I had the same question, but this is what they are claiming the value of this player is. 563,000, 247,000, 547,000, 446,000. These are available players. This is free agency. Literally, this is free agency.
Right.
What it will cost you to land Will Howard, the quarterback who is leaving Kansas State, or Riley Leonard, the quarterback for Duke, who is leaving. He's in the portal. Or Tyler Van Dyke, who is going to be a senior rising kid from Connecticut, who probably goes and plays on an East Coast, maybe Notre Dame from Miami. I saw that. I was like, that is unbelievable. Like, we are legitimately, openly now. Forget hiding it. Straight up, this is a recruiting website is showing universities and college programs what they are putting a value on for a quarterback.
I love the transparency. I don't think it's good for the future of college sports. I mean, this is not college sports anymore. This is not anything to do with anything. But I mean, I would love this in a lot of different things. You know, what do you get? What does he get? What do we all get? That's fine. You want to go there and you want to pay him that? Good. I want to go here and I want to get paid that. Can you do it? Good. I don't know, but like on3.com, what do they got, an agency?
Recruiting
where did
site.
they come up with those numbers?
That was my. Well, I'm not in it anymore. I probably would know, but they were 20. They're 24/7. They're rivals on 3.com. These are all just recruiting websites.
I mean, so somebody goes to on3.com and says, "Hey, make my guy a $500,000 player here. Here you go."
Maybe
put his value at $500,000. You know, his envelope on the back door. But
maybe,
and somebody actually believes it.
Maybe
I give Rhule credit for going to the podium and say, "All right, just so we're all clear here." And I haven't seen the video yet, but I will, because you tell me these things and then I'll go follow up and watch it. But
it's a good video.
Right. Like,
what he's doing,
clear.
What he's doing, in my opinion, by saying this,
putting everybody's business out there, saying,
and
I can't compete with that.
That's what he's doing.
Exactly.
He's telling the Nebraska fan base and the boosters, we cannot go and get, because everyone who wears red, who yells "Go Big Red," is praying for a transfer quarterback to come in and run Matt Rhule's system. That's what they're praying. They're watching.
Send out the bat signal. Hey, let's go Big Red. Go get money. We got to go get money and go pay.
Or don't blame me. Like, don't blame me if you want this level of kid to come here. Just so we know, you got to give me $2 million to go give it to the kid. In Nebraska, in Omaha. Yes, Omaha, Nebraska is the highest per capita for millionaires in America. I understand that point. There are many, many, many donors who are all Berkshire Hathaway, stockholders who got filthy rich thanks to Warren Buffett. And that's all those Berkshire Hathaway people. Buffett made that city, but they came from the Warren Buffett school, which is, I'm not giving a college kid $2 million to play football. I got my money. I'm going to keep my money. Giving it to a college kid.
Just came in and said, On3, a proprietary algorithm, the On3 NIL valuation establishes the overall NIL market and projected 12-month growth rate by measuring two categories: brand value index and roster value index.
Roster value index.
What kind of shit is that, CB?
College football roster value index.
What?
That is something I never thought.
Is that?
Never thought I'd hear that term in college sports.
I got a kid going to school in 6 weeks, and I've asked her this question: has the coach talked to you about this NIL stuff? Because they showed up at the JC,
mm-hmm.
and the coach just put it out in like a group email or group text. Hey, all these NIL deals exist. If you guys have social media and stuff, you want to do it, follow the instructions and just do it. They didn't help them. They didn't tell them. They didn't do anything.
Wow.
And after this, going into the second year, I talked to the sports information director. I said, how's this work? Because
how much money was on the table?
It varied. If you just go on social media and post on your Instagram account that you're at Dunkin' Donuts, they give you free food. It was different. Every deal was different, but it was available. So to have
I would have
somebody
mined the holy hell out of that in college.
that's
I would have mined the hell out of that.
so like for years now we've been telling the kids stay off the social media,
Right.
stay off the do this. Now I'm like, damn it,
Get on it.
gotta figure out the algorithm. Like everybody else, we're all trying to figure out the algorithm, which is all bullshit anyway. But
Right.
is this the future for college sports? Is it?
It feels like it.
I don't think it. I mean, how they go back? You can't go back.
I don't know. But $1 to $2 million, you're openly talking about this, saying like, yeah, if you want me to have a good quarterback, I need $2 million. Who's writing the check? You guys want a quarterback? Who wants $2 million? Let's go. Booster group.
How bad do you either have money to burn, or you really, really love that team so much that you're writing a check for a kid to go to college to play so your team can win more and maybe go to a good bowl game?
I get it though. In Alabama, Nebraska, I've seen it. Yes, they would do it. Yeah, absolutely. In particular, if they're a partner of the university and they would make it back if the team is good.
Oh,
like if there's like if you can make that money back, if you're like the official whatever supplier for the team and you get, merchandise or stuff that you could get involved with, there's ways of, making money back in some form or fashion, then yes, it's worthwhile for some, but mostly they just want a rich doctor to write a check and just, some guy who's got a medical practice in 5 different countries or whatever, and just have him, he's a big Nebraska fan, just as here. Trust me, if you're the guy who does it, you are
kids to go to school.
It's not about school. Never really has been. It's not about their education. I mean, look I said it before.
I know, but if you're going to give that amount of money,
you said it before. You can go play college football now and not go to the NFL.
This proves it. If this guy's just leaving for 1 year, we don't even know that they're going to be successful. The hope. These are hope guys.
Someone hands you a check for this is the value. We all know people pay above market value all the time. But in order to get Will Howard, you got to be willing to pay probably 2 or 3 times that number. $1.5 million is what he said. 1 million, 1.5, $2 million to get Will Howard out of Kansas State to transfer to Nebraska. Riley Leonard, who's unbelievable. Will Rogers, who's been tremendous for Mississippi State. You got to be willing to write these checks. These are the value that the NIL is. And a lot of it's based on the market. Like Tyler Van Dyke, I think that number is based on Miami, not based upon him. It's playing in a major market. In major market, you get more money. There's more sponsorship availability. There's more people out there that got cash. So it's a different game now. We've never seen this before.
So this is fantastic. Kyle Mayer just came in the chat and said courts will eventually force schools to pay athletes as employees and then they'll unionize. Is that going to happen?
I told you that yesterday. Yeah. That's why they made this legal. They went the NIL route to prevent that from being what was going to happen, because players will unionize, and once they unionize, they will set a ceiling and a basement for pay. D1 players will make X. D1 starters will make X. D1 superstars will make X. And teams, and then it's not the boosters paying it or companies paying it. It's the school who has to pay for it. Remember, all the NIL money does not come from the coffers. It's all outside money. It's not university funds are not being used. So I'm making all of this money, and XYZ car dealership, they're paying for my quarterback. I'm good. Like, I don't got to worry about that. If they unionize or if they make them employees, 1, they owe health insurance. 2, they owe things like retirement. Okay.
Not to mention if a kid gets hurt, you're on the hook for all that stuff.
You're on the hook for it. So all the liability goes through the roof. All things change, and no longer is it the responsibility of the car dealership. It's the school's responsibility. So that's why the NIL world is now here. This was the Pandora's box they didn't want to open, but they opened it because they had to.
With another move behind it.
Well, no, it's just to keep their money. They want to keep the gravy train
going.
going.
Know, but the move was to eventually get, and the players and everybody took it because it was open to Pandora's box, but eventually we're going to do this. Like, this can't continue.
It can for a while.
Really?
Sure. I mean, again, this is capitalism. I mean, this was happening in the dark. This is sports betting. This is the same as sports betting.
There's no
all this stuff
question.
was happening in the dark, and they just made it come to the light now. So there's no more $100 handshakes and $5,000 this and $10,000 that.
Right.
It's just one big check. Here you go. You know, you don't get the cut. Hey man, go to this address, knock this twice, take the bag, don't open it till you get to your car. Like no more of that. Now it's just here's a check.
Those were always uncomfortable, like the pickups and the drop-offs and the handoffs and all that other stuff.
So
it's just Rob Bell just came in the chat and said that every sport not named football, basketball, and hockey is dead. It will be cut.
It's on its way. Arizona just made the announcement. They're $30 million in the hole.
Where's the money?
They're cutting everything. Arizona's cutting like 7
University of Arizona?
Yeah.
30 million in the hole?
Yeah, they had an accounting error.
An accounting error.
It's why they're leaving the Pac-12. They had no choice. They had to go chase the dollars. They're going to the Big 12 because they need more money. That's why. And so they dragged Arizona State with them because they wanted to keep that together.
Wow.
Right? Wow is right. But you're seeing what's going on right now. It's not pretty. Some schools already overestimated. Some schools never recovered after COVID.
And it's all coming to fruition now. It's all coming to a head. I mean, they're bidding on quarterbacks for a year, costing a quarterback $1 million. I mean, what's it cost for a full team?
Yeah, that's what he said. $6 or $7 million kids. There's kids who are getting $2, $3, $4 million a year for multiple years. There's $7 million athletes. They don't need pro sports anymore. I'm telling you, the biggest unintended consequence of all of this is the NFL product will suffer from this.
It already is.
And it will continue to suffer because of it. Because quarterback development will really slow down.
Oh,
if you're put it this way, okay, you're a 19-year-old kid, you got your Arch Manning, you got whatever, you got millions of dollars, your family, but now it's your money, not your dad's money, not your brother's money, not your uncle's money. It's yours. Texas gave you $2 million. You have $2, $3, $4 million in the bank. You want to be a great quarterback, but do you really need to be a great quarterback? I mean, you're going to live an amazing life. Your work ethic is done. It's gone. You're playing a game now. You're just having fun.
Right.
These kids who had gun to their heads, like almost like literal, to get them and their families out. The NFL, the NBA, these were their tickets out. I'm going to change the entire family tree is going to change.
For sure.
Because I'm going to get drafted and I'm going to get $1 million. I'm going to take all my family and I'm going to get them all out.
Right.
You're not waiting till you're 22 anymore to do that. You're doing that at 18.
Are they going to have agents?
Some of them do, yeah. Have NIL agents. Yeah, there's NIL agencies who have opened up.
Might have to get into that business.
Right? I mean,
we can help a lot of kids.
NIL agencies are absolutely opening up everywhere.
Could help a lot of kids. They need help. I mean, they're going to get taken advantage of more often than not.
100%, because they won't know. But again, how do you justify someone's value?
Well, we talk about this every day.
This is really hard to do.
But no, that's fine. Listen, I saw it when I was talking to coaches about the kids I was coaching. You know, they didn't value them at all. I used to have to tell parents all the time, I'm like, that coach is coaching his ass off to keep his job. He can tell you he cares about your kid. He don't care about your kid. There's one or two guys that I met that really were genuine, like, look, I'm here, I'm going to be here, and I want her. Well, how much do you want her? Because their family needs it all. Well, we could only do this, that, whatever. Okay, go get somebody else. Well, no, wait. No, they need this. Can you do it? No, we're going to keep playing. We're going to go talk to other coaches and go. Kids are going to have to make those decisions. Some kids will settle for less than market value. Some will go and have success and then ask for more once they're there. And now this transfer portal is impossible to keep track of. You can't, every day somebody's leaving, somebody's going, somebody who's coming here. Like I can't even think about doing odds or numbers or things for different
DJU, Dave, is transferring.
Go on.
DJU is transferring. Like what? Like, huh?
Well, isn't that more indicative of the Pac-12 thing being like, what are they going to do?
Right, fair, but
he's going to go to a team with a conference and try to,
but still, I mean, he was dead. Oregon State let him come and build everything up. He leaves him high and dry. Goodbye. I'm out.
It's hard to argue loyalty now either way. There's no
either
loyalty.
Way. There's none.
Never really loyalty before, but now loyalty, you can't even spell it.
No, not even close. That's why guys like Drake May are so unique. Like Drake May got offered $10 million to leave last year. He said no.
10?
That's what he said. He said he got offered $10 million to leave North Carolina. He said, no, I'm staying. I'm not going anywhere.
Wow.
I mean, he will be, he's going to go to the draft to be a top 2 pick, but yeah, I mean, that's
Tyler Wyatt says he has a good friend of his, is a decent size agent, has a few big names, says he hates it.
Ooh.
It's a tough gig.
Tough gig. Yeah, you're chasing a lot of kids. Tough.
Yeah.
Get dropped, get fired by overzealous parents.
Oh.
So not great. To hockey we go for tonight. Yep. The Boston Bruins are laying 550. The San Jose road trip from hell has begun.
Is this high enough for you?
I mean, I got it much cheaper than this last night, but I can't believe it's 190. This is crazy. There's a book offshore that has this number at 600. 600.
I don't know how high you have to make it to get the bet. I mean, Circa's at 550. DraftKings is at 550. It's different, though, because DraftKings, the takeback's 410, and at Circa, it's plus 460. So shop around for the takeback if you're even going to think about San Jose. But who in the hell's thinking about San Jose tonight?
0-9 on the road this year, San Jose.
Come on. There's no way.
And the Bruins have been scuffling. This is the anecdote that they need. This is the elixir they're looking for.
Right.
Get right spot for the Bruins tonight.
Yeah, this has to be. It has to be. The only person thinking about San Jose is Joe C. Myers, who's doing a tremendous job
tracking you for us.
Yes.
I am betting every single game on the puck line
against the Sharks
for this entire stretch.
Okay.
Every game.
Tonight.
6?
What do you think? You win 6?
Tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, Tuesday, or the next 4 games.
They play 4 games between now and Tuesday? Is that a sweep?
Oh, Thursday, they play Thursday, Friday, off Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday.
4 different cities?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or is there one? No, one's a tri-state area, right? New York.
Yeah,
New York?
Yeah. New York. It goes Rangers, Islanders.
Okay.
Sunday, Tuesday.
And then Devils right after that, right?
Yes.
Oh my Lord. To be lucky to get you, I think you go 4-0
and then they come
3-1.
Then they come this way. Then they go west, and they play. I forget who they play. Then Vegas. They play the Detroit. They go from the East Coast to Detroit, then Detroit to Vegas, back home to San Jose for Winnipeg, and then back on the road for Anaheim and Colorado.
Oh boy. Good luck if you're going to try to take the Sharks. Joe C's going to be busy. I think a positive number betting against the Sharks on the puck line is going to go up.
Yeah, I'm going to roll it over at least for a couple of games. I'm going to take the winnings and roll it over, take it, roll it over, take the winnings, roll it over. See how long I can run.
Oh, that's fun.
See how long I can run this up.
Start with 20, right? Yeah. And then you roll it. Then all of a sudden the bet becomes like 40, whatever.
Yep. And roll it.
And the bet becomes 80 something. And then you go to that last game and you could go collect the 300. And you only started with $20. It's a hell of a rollover fun bet.
So that's what I'm doing. You're gonna lay juice. You're gonna lay heavy juice on it, but yeah, they're in deep trouble. Edmonton,
you're gonna lose. Wow.
Who?
Auntie says that you're not gonna win all 4 games. Auntie says they're gonna cover one of those.
Who? Which one?
Who's it? Bruins. Then who?
Boston.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
Rangers. No, who's the after Boston?
No. Hold on. We'll get it right now.
They play tonight. They play tomorrow. Forget who they're playing tomorrow on the back-to-back.
We got Boston, then at the Devils.
Okay, there's the
at the Rangers, at the Islanders. So they're in one spot.
Yep.
They don't have to move. But who gets them, Auntie? Is it the Bruins, the Devils, the Rangers, or the Islanders? Because then they go to Red Wings, and then they come here. Ooh, that's a tough stretch there, boys.
Yeah. Rangers are hot. Devils score a ton. Sounds they can't score.
Be that Islanders game.
Maybe.
Bruins, Devils, Rangers, Isles, Red Wings. Yeah.
That could be Islanders game could get me.
It might be the one.
But we'll see. If I'm 3-0 heading into that, we'll see how I feel about it. We'll see how I feel about how much I want to lay on that.
Right.
And what the price is on the puck line too, depending, because it could get really expensive. It's $190 right now. I've never seen a $2 price on a puck line. Have you?
Yeah, you remember last year Colorado was like minus 600 against Arizona, I think it was.
Okay.
It was minus 600 plus 450 was the money line straight, or minus 6 plus 5. And then the damn puck line was minus 280 or minus 300.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
on the 1.5. It was minus money on the 2.5.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of 2.5s out there right now. Bunch of books just said forget it, go to 2.5.
Oh,
they just said
that's
put it up.
Fine, but it's minus money. It ain't enough to lay to 2.5. I got to lay juice too. Wow, steep.
So, can the Wild go back to back tonight?
Did you
against Nashville?
Did you flash by Edmonton, Winnipeg for you had that up?
I did. Yes.
Winnipeg.
Sorry, I did. Sorry, I did.
You like Winnipeg?
I do not.
Oh, little move came on Winnipeg.
Oh, disagree with it.
Yeah, this is the game.
I disagree with that move.
All right.
I'll take the hotter team.
All right.
I laid it last night already.
Oh, you got Edmonton?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Over?
I don't know. Maybe.
Rely on Winnipeg.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little concerned about the over. I'd just rather lay the small price on the money line.
Yeah.
Just take Edmonton to win. OT included, not even reg. Just take them. It's plus money in reg if you want to take them in regulation.
Right.
Nashville in Minnesota, like I mentioned, you like the Wild? Me neither.
No, Nashville or nothing.
They come back to being.
Nashville or nothing.
Agreed. And then finally, Vegas at Vancouver tonight. Golden Knights have lost 3 straight games.
I know.
4 or 5.
And not scored,
Well, against the Oilers, they finally scored, but they still lost 5-4.
In a shootout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But scored 4 goals.
In overtime to Calgary. I mean, it's not like
2-1.
Yeah. I like Vancouver.
I do too.
I like Vancouver.
Yeah, I think the Canucks are the side.
Yeah.
I do have a play on the game, though, but it's not a total for the game.
Under the?
First period.
Under?
First period, yeah.
Okay.
On that. All right, a couple quick ones before we let go of Sports Grid and Sirius XM. Tiger Woods back on the course. I haven't seen what was he doing at the Hero World Classic? Let me see. I'll give you an update.
Tiger getting old immediately?
Well, I mean, he's had 26 surgeries.
Is that a real number, or are you just exaggerating?
No, it's a real number.
26?
Yeah, Golf Digest put up the number of injuries he's suffered. It's insane. The number of injuries Tiger has suffered. Yeah, he's had so many injuries in his life, in his career. It's
holy crap.
Yeah, they put 3 days ago, they put the number of injuries that he's had since 1995. It's been an unbelievable number of injuries that Tiger has had. Back, elbow, ACL, almost lost his leg. I mean, you got to remember it's not just sports related surgeries.
Right.
A car accident nearly killed him. Nearly took his leg.
Right.
But I'll say this: my expectations are Tiger is alive and playing golf.
Right.
That's good enough.
That's it.
That's all it is.
Right.
That's all that matters. He's healthy-ish. He seems in good spirits. He's really close with Charlie. Him and his son are really tight.
That's so much fun to see that dynamic.
Yep.
When those two are doing that stuff together.
Yep. To me, that's all that really matters to me. That's it. My expectations are be an ambassador. He always said never wanted to be. He always said, I'll stop playing if I'm ever going to be an ambassador for the game.
Yeah, but he can't now because of Charlie.
Now he's got to go.
Charlie looks like he can play.
He can play. And Charlie's going to caddy. I mean, he wants Charlie to be his caddy, but he can't have him play hooky. As he said yesterday, he goes, I can't have him play hooky the entire year. But he wants his son to be on his bag.
Right.
That father-son dynamic is incredible. It's the best thing the PGA Tour has coming up down the pike in the next couple of years.
Right.
Is to watch Charlie Woods play and what he turns into, and to have his dad be there to coach him and protect him and guide him, and not have him make the same mistakes that he did. I mean, there's a thread that I put on my Twitter account about the dominance of Tiger Woods. If you're under the age of 30, go read my @Sports Talk Matt. Go read it, because you didn't see Tiger in his dominance.
Oh,
and you actually have to go and look at some of the stats. It's not even logical.
There was nothing like it.
It doesn't make any sense as to how much better he was than every other golfer that he went up against.
These were the best guys in the world. He was making them look like high school golfers.
Like not even in the same hemisphere.
Things weren't even competitive. The numbers, he was favored in tournaments like to win the Masters, plus 180. Like plus 180. You know, and you knew you were taking the bets on him.
In 1999, from 1999 at the PGA through the 2001 Masters, Tiger Woods had the following finishes: win, fifth, win, 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 win. Meaning during that span, Tiger Woods had more major wins at 5 than he had players finish in front of him at a major.
You can't even, I mean, I wouldn't believe you. If I didn't see it with my own eyes, I would be like, Perrault, you're so full of shit. That's not even possible.
Doesn't make any sense.
Nothing makes sense.
How is that even possible? From 1997 through 2009, there were 52 players with 100 or more rounds in major PGA championship competition. The best score cumulative during that stretch of 100 or more rounds, Tiger Woods was under par, was 194 under par. The next closest golfer was Phil Mickelson at plus 99.
The next closest.
Ernie Els was plus 118, and every other player who qualified for that group was plus 275 or higher behind Tiger Woods.
Connor Winsky just came in the chat and said he was so good I didn't even watch golf during that time because I knew he was going to win. You were either in or out. Like, you know, you were rooting for him to win or you're rooting for him to lose. I think a lot of people watched, though. Like,
oh,
golf,
my gosh.
The height, things, everything they changed. I mean, in the book, we had it on Sundays just to watch it. And I don't know. I went down to Curacao in 97. That's when he won his first Masters. So I sat in that office and watched him play golf. I was engrossed in the whole thing. And then when I came home and started, I had nothing but time and traveled and played golf. I just watched Tiger play, tried to learn how to do anything close that he was doing. My brother-in-law, Smoke, used to tease me. He's like, you only tape your finger because Tiger does. I'm like, that's why I started doing it, but I like it. You know, it was great. And he's like, oh, you're like a closet Tiger guy. No, I like Tiger. I think it's
yeah.
You know how hard that is to do what he did and replicate it over the time that he did it?
I'll leave you with this sports grid before we let go of SiriusXM as well. From 2004 to 2006, Tiger Woods had 1,466 putts from 3 feet or in. He missed 3 of them.
3.
3 in competition on the hardest golf courses in the world, on the fastest golf courses in the world. Over a 3-year period, 1,466 putts from 3 feet or in. He missed 3 of them.
Probably remembers all 3 too.
I would agree with you. He probably does. It probably burns his ass. All
right?
3.
He's still mad.
Still mad that he missed.
One lipped out at
Yep.
the Buick.
Yep, something.
Remember that one at 14? I remember.
I mean, go out to your local Muni and just go take a tape measure for 3 feet out and go putt and tell me after 1,500 how many putts you miss. It'll be more than 3.
Over.
It'll be higher than 3.
Over.
And he did this at Augusta. He did this at St. Andrews. He did this at the best of the best and the toughest of the tough conditions and the slants and the slopes and the speeds and everything else.
Whitrock asked a great question. We'll follow up the results in BvB bonus time. How many middle-aged white guys have red Nike shirts in their closet still? Guilty.
I never did that part of Tiger, but
I had a red shirt.
I get it. I mean, I understand it. You wear red golf shirts because of one guy and one guy only, and that was Tiger Woods. SiriusXM is Sports Grid. Thank you for being here. We'll be back tomorrow for a roll call Friday. If you guys are watching live on YouTube and Twitter, you get bonus time. It's truly incredible. One more stat that we'll get off of this.
Yep.
Tiger Woods is credited with 41 career wins on the European Tour, which is now called the DP World Tour.
Okay.
That is the third most of any player all time. Tiger Woods has never been a card-carrying member of the DP World Tour.
Wow.
He's never played a full season, ever. He's third all time for wins on the DP World Tour.
Damn. What did he do? Just show up occasionally, win every time he came?
Yeah, you go play the Scotland Open, win the Scotland Open, go play the British Open, win the British Open, go play, a couple European events here or there.
Wow.
So that's how dominant. We will never see another Tiger Woods unless Charlie beats him. That would be the only way I think that you would see another golfer anywhere near
I
Tiger.
don't even want to put that on him. Just go play, Charlie.
I don't either. True. I would agree.
That's hard.
One more quick one before better to book it. Nevada crossed 2 billion handle all time since we saw the country go legal. So I guess we're okay here in Nevada because
we can put this up to tomorrow if you want for the regular show.
Okay.
We can address it more, but this is good. But the results thing for October, right? Did you dive into those on the article?
It was good, right?
Good. It was great.
Yeah.
You know how hard the NFL was in October?
Made a lot of money for the books.
A lot of decisions and things all went the books' way. The numbers in November are not going to be like that.
No, because the public
After the couple weeks that the books just had, all the crying and all this other stuff and Thanksgiving and everything else, and this past week, it's not going to be the same. When the games go the way they go, the numbers are higher. It's good. What was your takeaway from that, though? That was a good article.
My takeaway was that the hand wringing that happened about the death of Las Vegas and the death of Nevada was grossly overestimated.
It's like everybody from outside is trying to say that so they can keep going with their doing. And listen, that's great. It's awesome. You guys keep doing sports betting and keep expanding it because they come here and they get something different. They get Vegas. It's the prices are the same. Prices may be a little different. The menus may look a lot different because you got a lot of bullshit on your menus over there that you don't have here so much. And yes, Vegas won't adapt and blah, blah, blah. No, it's not all that. It's spreading the regularity or acceptance of the whole business. And then when you come to Vegas, you're coming to gamble along with doing whatever else you're doing. So you're probably going to do it. I think there's more people moving here. There's more people living here.
That's the truth.
The volume, right?
Yes.
Like that the volume's going up.
Yes.
There's people moving here to do the business.
I mean,
offset other business too.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, post-COVID, there was a study that came out that post-COVID for almost a year straight, 5,000 people from California moved to Nevada a day.
Feels like it.
A day. On average, a day. 5,000. Like, wait, what? It was like, come on, bro. Like, no, over the course of a year, like we have seen a massive influx.
5,000 a day is 35,000 a week.
Yep.
Times 52 weeks. That means we doubled our population in a year from
In
California
Nevada,
people.
not Las Vegas, Nevada, the state.
I don't know. So 1.5 million people from California moved here to here.
Look at our side. Look at our population. Look at the state. Look what's happened. Look at the growth. It's been crazy.
The state has 3
maybe
million people.
5,000. It was 5,000 a week.
Yeah, it's not
5,000 a week.
a day.
5,000 a week.
You and this math sometimes.
I can't remember. It was I was quoting a study from 4 years ago, but I remember. That's what happened. That's why the property values here went crazy. Do the math though. What's 5,000 a week?
Times 52 weeks is 250,000.
Yeah, that's too low. That's too low.
I don't know. But they're not coming just from California. They're coming from everywhere.
But that's the main funder of Nevada's population growth has been California.
Well, they're leaving California in droves.
Yeah. But they also came here because they were selling their houses for 3 or 4x as to what a house would cost here.
Correct.
And they came here, paid cash for the house and gutted it. And they built it to what they wanted, to the specs that they wanted. That's why property value here exploded. And now there's a massive glut of properties on the market in Nevada.
Yep.
Because that whole influx has slowed dramatically because people aren't coming here at the same speed that they were. Same thing happened in Sacramento. The Bay Area people, all the companies in the Bay Area said work from home. And they went, well, I'm not paying Bay Area prices anymore. I'm going to Sacramento. And they went an hour and a half outside the city and they all live in Sacramento now. That's why the Kings have seen a monster explosion in their fan base.
They said that they moved to Arizona too. And they definitely did. It's changed down there a lot too.
Yep.
Changing. Yeah.
But Nevada had, for young people at least, Arizona still has the California old person stink. So people still look at Arizona as like a retirement place in California. Vegas had the gambling and the lifestyle and the nightclubs and the day clubs and everything else that a lot of like the 35-year-olds came from California to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Wanted to be around the hip new team. Go see the Raiders. Go see the Golden Knights.
It's hot as hell in Arizona too, by the way.
So
summers is hot. It's hot.
It's hot here, but it's really hot there.
No, it's hotter there.
Oh, 100%.
Hotter there.
Hot.
Yeah.
Time for Better to Boogie. Bunch to throw at you here today. Same game teaser, which, by the way, this is interesting. DraftKings made a change just recently.
What? What did you do?
Same game tease anymore.
What?
You can same game tease on the browser. You cannot same game tease on the app.
Really?
Can't do it. DraftKings won't. You can alt spread it. You can do a parlay for alternative spreads, but you cannot
side and total.
Side and total, but you can't tease. So they get to tell you what prices. They get to tell you what numbers you can use. You can't do what I did.
I have to talk to Johnny P about this.
In Vegas, thank God, we can do it in Vegas consistently because this is a bet I make a lot. So I'd be very mad if I couldn't get this down. If DraftKings was, I would tell people to do it at DraftKings because we don't have it here, but all the books take it here. So it's not a worry. Every book takes same game teaser here.
Right.
So my recommendation was always like, do it at DraftKings because DraftKings lets you and they're minus 120. So it's a good price and they'll let you do it. Someone this morning told me, hey, you can't do that anymore at DraftKings. I went and looked. I was like, come on. I went and looked. I was like, holy shit, you're right. They shut it off for same game. You got to do a parlay. You can't do a teaser.
Wow. And meanwhile, they're on the Massachusetts gaming control. Have you paying attention?
I have. I'm saving it for tomorrow because it was going too good. And I was like, you know what? If we're doing it during the show, we're going to miss something. So let's let the dust settle.
Right.
But the questions that Eileen O'Brien were asking was really funny.
Was fantastic. Fantastic. I want to talk to Linehan. I saw Bill Sparrows is tweeting about it. Jessica Wellman's doing a good job with it today. We'll consume all of it. We'll have a much better take on it tomorrow. But that DraftKings stuff,
they paid $115,000 in Connecticut, and Massachusetts was like, "How much did you pay in New Jersey?" Well, that number's not public. We can't tell you. Really, you can't tell us. Okay, how much is it in Mass? Well, one gambler for $100, we have $150,000 liability on it, and you paid that in Connecticut. Yeah, we did. So you don't want us to hold you to the same account, even though other states did? The answer was, I mean, the question was phenomenal the way that she was phrasing it at the lawyers for DraftKings. They really were up against it today.
Did you listen to it, or were you just watching it?
I watched all the different quotes that were coming through from. There were 4 different reporters who were live tweeting it while it was going on.
Fantastic job they do.
Yeah, it was great. But you could see through the words, you could see what Eileen O'Brien, the head of the Mass Gaming Control, is what her questions are. She is not happy that you paid this out, and you're saying that it was. I'll read the quote. Hold on now, because this is too good. We brought this up. We'll do this more tomorrow. But the quote was, I was laughing. I was like, Dave's going to love this. She said, quote, "I'm leaning towards New Jersey and Connecticut," talking about making them pay. "Taken aback that you called them," the people who bet, "an undesirable segment."
Undesirable.
I'm assuming you mean the sharps who use the site.
She said that out loud?
To them. Yes.
Wow, I would have loved to have been in that room and watch the guy go, "Who's going to answer this?"
So you're going to say, sharp bettors are considered undesirable. The undesirable segment of the betting population are sharp bettors. Whoa. Wow. Yeah. They came, get the hatchet ready. We're going to work on you guys. And they fucked up because you can't pay New Jersey and you can't pay Connecticut gamblers and then look at Massachusetts and say, "We're not paying your gamblers." Their whole job is to represent the Commonwealth. Their whole job is to represent the gamblers that are the ones protesting that they're not getting their money.
Not to mention, if they don't pay them, they make $115,000 or something in tax revenue.
That's just a joke. That was one of the things that DraftKings said as to why they should do this. They said that you would lose tax revenue, including $115,000 in tax revenue that would reward the undesirable segment of the betting public who chose to, quote, exploit this obvious error.
I just don't understand. I can't wait.
Commissioner Jordan Mayners asked, "Why do you let these people on the platform then?"
Great question.
He then called them a small, sophisticated customer segment.
Small, sophisticated customer. It's hard to run a book.
Eileen O'Brien said, "I'm not convinced this is in the best interest of the Commonwealth, especially with a vendor where this has happened before."
Well, apparently they got rid of that vendor too.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's more to that story too, but
another board member said the company made an error a few months ago and made a similar error here. They came back. The attorney said sharps are not considered undesirable bettors, not the same customer segment, not who we're attempting to describe. Got them in a vice. They are stuck.
Trying to describe.
They're stuck between a rock and a hard place as to how.
Did I see that they did the settlement? They said you can void all the bets, but you got to pay everybody 3 times their stake.
That was the.
I believe that's what the resolution was in Massachusetts.
So you bet $100, you got 300.
Yeah,
that still sucks if you do 150,000. It's still not a lot.
Right, pay it and go away. But the problem is now you're marked forever as a undesirable.
Right.
You bet this, you're paying attention, when a line's wrong, so you're undesirable. Now you can never really bet.
They tried to offer a $500 in bonus bets. She said offering $500 in bonus bets would be woefully insufficient. They had to pay this in other jurisdictions. I do not like the language they used about their client base. They're not doing anything illegal. These customers keep them on their toes. Any condition would have to be substantial. I don't know if they came with $300. That was 3 hours ago, so maybe it changed.
Wow. I don't
but
know.
Mass is not playing around with that.
No. Jeez.
They are not interested. Let's see. Breaking.
We'll get
okay.
to it
All right. It said Mass regulators approved DraftKings request to void the $570,000 payouts for same game parlays. The vote was 3-2. Yeah, they got paid 3x. You're right. Okay. Oh, I don't like that at all. I think Mass cracked. I would have made him pay. That's home cooking right there. That's home cooking right there. Anyways, okay.
Same pennies on the dollar that they had to pay.
It is. Yeah, it's pennies on the dollars. It's home cooking. It's protecting both. It's trying to satisfy two masters there with that decision. Dallas minus 2.5, under 3.5, minus 120. Better to book it.
It's part of the shtick on the show that I say book it, but this is the same game teaser you've been rolling. I honestly don't know which side gets you here.
Game goes over.
That's the only way.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Flies over.
Big upset if Dallas loses this game.
Well,
with the look ahead next week, everything to play for.
It gives the Eagles the division. And lose this game next week means nothing.
Dear goodness gracious.
So that's why. Only way I'm losing it is on the total. The Creighton Blue Jays haven't played since they lost to Colorado State. I bet team total in that game lost it. They got killed by CSU. First road game.
We never even discussed that because we were on break. Yep. What the hell happened to that game?
Back-to-back games on a holiday. Seen it before. Creighton basketball on holidays is bad. Crushed. They don't play. They're not focused. And Coach Medved against Coach Mack is a bad matchup.
Really?
Yeah, he's 0-2 against them. They played one time before. CSU housed Creighton the last time they played them.
Okay.
It's a bad matchup. Creighton does not match up well against them. That's why I bet team total.
You're good with this. Oh, I was gonna say it's 8 points on the road.
Yeah, no. That's why I can't lay it. But the reason why I'm betting team total over is because Oklahoma State's defense is bad, and the Jays are pissed off. They've been stewing.
The game's only 143.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Okie State scores a bit more than what I think the game has a good shot of going over, but I think Okie State's offense worries me a little bit. Jays win this game by 15. I'm not surprised at all, but it's been a really weird indicator. Under Coach McDermott, Creighton basketball is 6-7 straight up in their first true road game of the year. This is their first true road game of the year.
Yeah, I like this under.
Jays team total under?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
I mean, this looks like this all sounds like it's going to be a very competitive game, lower scoring. I would
disagree with the competitive nature of it. I think the Jays kill them.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Blowout.
But I'm nervous just because it's a road game, so I'm nervous about that. Okie State's not very good. I'm nervous about the Jays on the road for the first time. What do they look like following a loss? First back-to-back game on Thanksgiving. They got their turkey, handed to them, and they're not happy about it.
Crushed. Yeah.
So,
all right. I mean, I'll say book it, but in full disclosure, I don't know the first thing about Oklahoma State.
Right. Yes.
Zero.
They're not very good. Team Vegas and Vancouver, first period under at plus 114.
Yeah. I like the game under.
Number one goaltenders. Yeah. Number one goldtenders, Hill and Demko.
and Hill. Oh, this will be good. This will be entertaining.
Great game.
You guys are up late back east. Watch this game. This will be a fun one.
I like Vancouver to win the game. Do you?
Yeah, that's the way I lean right now. Yeah.
First period over. Nashville, Minnesota.
Yes.
Minus 120. Bruins puck line. I got 155 last night before this thing ran.
I mean, we got to keep it up for Joe C and for the Brigade and everybody else. We've been talking about it for the content space.
Yeah.
We're going to just, we'll bet this one tonight. You guys better score.
Who? Bruins?
The Bruins.
Oh, I'm not worried about the Bruins.
Your guys better score.
I'm not worried about the Bruins.
We play a low, if they play a low scoring game, they ain't going to cover the puck line.
3-1 final.
No good.
3-1 final.
Oh.
Or 4-1 final. San Jose
under
not scoring.
For the game? Do we get over for the game?
No. San Jose. I mean, I saw people saying the Bruins are going to score 5 goals tonight. I was like, what are you talking about? Bruins are we stunned they score 5 goals tonight. Be great. Just bet the puck line. Because San Jose is not scoring more than 2. They'd be lucky to score 1, to be quite honest.
Really?
Their offense on the road so bad.
Yeah.
It's horrific on the road. Let me see. Have they scored more than 2 goals on the road all year?
3
I'm going to
goals
say no.
Or more 3 times all season.
All season. Anyone on the road?
No, I don't think so. I think it's only 3 times all season.
Yeah, let's see. On the road so far.
Wetzel told me yesterday.
1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. They haven't scored 3 goals on the road yet this year. Right. Bruins score 4 goals. It's a wrap.
Right.
It's impossible. It sounds like for that. And then finally, money line Edmonton against Winnipeg tonight.
Nervous about this one. I'd say book it. I think Winnipeg's live.
Okay. Let's go to super chat questions to be answered from the brigade. You guys can always go do this super chat, little $ sign on the bottom right by the live chat. You guys can have us answer questions or talk about topics. Big business came in. Good afternoon, brigade. Been working the night shift. Have to catch on the replay. Woke up early today. Let's fucking go, Cowboys. Dave's jersey is fire. Crunchy came in with a couple of them. Let's see. Crunchy. Dave's trying to put the Maloik on my team by wearing that gear again, huh? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Cowboys -9. He's laddering this. Here's the ladder. 9, 13.5 at plus 135, 16.5 at plus 185, 19.5 at plus 255.
Come on.
They aren't looking ahead. They don't play for Philly for 10 days. That's true. And then he said, unfortunately, I'm going to miss Roll Call Friday, guys. I'm busy as fuck since my admin assistant had to quit. Hard to find good help. But she's better at doing other things. 719 Southern-ish Colorado. The forecast is 40 degrees tomorrow.
Jesus,
that's too good.
Love them.
Favorite thing about today is what? That's great.
Couple things. We're going to be on Sports Grid today for 1 hour from 6 to 7.
In 4 hours.
In 4 hours. But 6 to 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
If you guys are up and watching it, come in and tell people you're watching it, please.
Yeah.
We're just putting it out there for anyone that enjoys the show, enjoys the two of us ranting, and enjoys the banter back and forth in the chat. We told them to open the chat because they've been closing the chat. I said, open the chat. We got people that'll come. I just want you to come. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to say anything.
No. Yeah, just
we're just trying to tell people that people will come. Yep. So that's number one. Number two, we're going to look at this tomorrow for Roll Call Friday, which is always a big show. And I need you guys to remind me. Wetzel came up with this bet yesterday that's on FanDuel under specials for college football. Every team on Saturday kicks a field goal. There's 8 games. There's 16 10. Teams.
Not 10? There's 10 games.
No, there's 8 games. I believe there's 8 games on Saturday. 200 to 1 that there will be a field goal kicked by all the teams on Saturday. So we'll take a look at it tonight. I'm going to take a look at it more, but it would be a fun as hell bet to hit. And I mean, $20 wins you at 4 times. I don't know if I was going to do it. I think that would be the one that really got a sweat of them. But if they get a field goal,
Alabama is the team that beats us.
Doesn't kick a field goal
because Richard, his name, Richard sucked in the Iron Bowl. Nick might not trust him. Alabama would worry me. They've had kicking woes all year, and this kid was bad in the Iron Bowl. 2
games Friday, 8 games Saturday. Thank you, LL. So there's 8 games on Saturday.
So 10.
16 teams. Yeah, but it doesn't count the Friday games.
Oh, okay. That's why I thought there were 10.
Saturday only prop.
Oh, okay. That's why I thought there were 10.
So, yeah, there are 10 games.
Okay.
But there's only 8 on Saturday. So that's he brought that up, and I was like, oh.
Friday's part of the weekend, remember?
Here we go. We'll discuss that tomorrow, too. Lastly, my favorite thing about today's November 30th.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I got to memorialize a very dear friend way too soon in Linda. Every November 30th, I talk about my dad because it was his birthday. And he would have been 80 today. We finished the show. I'm going to see my uncle, who's at that place, who's still alive, my dad's twin brother. I'm going to go sit with him. I don't know if I'm bringing him anything, but I can't wait to go give him a hug and tell him I'm happy he's alive. Told me about a year and a half ago when we reunited, he said, I'm going to live to be 80 and then I'm done. And I was like, don't say that, you know. There were periods of 79, I didn't think he was going to make it. And he's had a turn for the positive.
Good.
So, you know, this whole house has been sick, so I've been avoiding going there for about 4 weeks. So I haven't gone to see him. So we finished the show. We ain't got no calls. We got to not talk to each other for 4 hours because we're going to talk to each other for another hour on television. So, yes, I will be back. I will be on with Carver before you to get warmed up, and then we do our thing for an hour. So, happy birthday, Dad, up there. Uncle V, 20 minutes away in Henderson. That's my favorite thing about today.
2 quick ones for me. The first, yesterday, because of what was going on, I could not say happy birthday to my brother. His birthday was yesterday. So Colin turned 31 yesterday. So I want to say happy birthday to him. I think they're still in Florida, but they've been down there for a couple of days. So him and his girlfriend have been in Florida for a while. So I know he had a good day.
The farmer brother. This is the California kid.
Nope. This is my other brother. You haven't met Colin.
No.
Yeah. Owen is in Oakland. Ben's the farmer.
Right.
Colin is in Maine.
Oh,
he works for Raytheon.
I have not met him yet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He tends to get forgotten a little bit only because my sister is my only sister. Colin is the quasi middle. He's the middle, like the middle finger, literally, of the 5. So,
brother,
I mean, you're counting on the hand. He's the middle finger. So, but he's my mom and stepdad's first kid, but he's my second brother to make it confusing.
Gotcha. Okay.
But he, big sports fan, big gambler.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
So
happy birthday, home.
I use him for a lot of different things when I need to get different things down. He's a nice help for me on a lot of that. And then secondly, I get to go to Arts Integration Night tonight. So whenever I go to these things, it's always like my daughter's always really excited. And you got to put the dad voice on and be like, yeah, honey, that's phenomenal. And it's like, what the hell did you draw? I have no idea what it is, but it's always fun to go and watch the kids show off, and you meet the teachers and they get all excited. So I'm going to be going from here to there at 5:00 and staying for 30 minutes and then turning around and coming here and doing the show with you. So I'll be fresh off Arts Integration Night tonight, going and doing that tonight. So we will talk to you on Sports Grid at 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. You guys want to watch during Thursday night football for the Cowboys. And are you wearing the Cowboy stuff on the show?
I might placate to Taylor.
Oh God. All right. So I'll yeah. Great. We're a Dallas Homer show for an hour on Sports Grid coming up tonight.
I hope they're losing, and we'll get them in game.
He's Dave. I'm Matt. Roll Call Friday is tomorrow. Okay, wait to see you guys tomorrow.